Hello there, everybody. I'm Mr. Illsworth, and welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
It's Al.
The BruhCast.
The BruhCast.
BruhCast. So yeah, no one really suggested a good name, so we just came up with it.
Yeah, as soon as though we're always saying bruh. What's up, bruh?
Bruh. So,
What's up, bruh? We're all bruhs. My eyes are freaking itchy as balls right now. I don't know why. But yes, this is the podcast where we talk about anything gaming and, you know, anything centered around gaming in general, really, or YouTube, that kind of crap.
or internet.
Yeah.
That kind of crap.
That kind of crap. Well, it's not crap.
Alright,
It's stuff that we find
Peace out,
interesting.
guys.
Alright,
yeah.
like for instance, yesterday EnchaJini came across an article on a website about using the online cheat systems. You know, the so-called hacks that people tend to use in games these days. And discovered quite a few games that we know they have. Obviously, like Heroes and Generals, Titanfall,
Call of Duty.
many others, and some that we didn't know. And there's quite a ludicrous business behind it all as well. There's an actual business infrastructure around hacks and cheating, which I find bloody mind-boggling. But it's all a supply and demand kind of thing, because if you remember the old cheats from the console days, you could get in a magazine where you'd press certain buttons.
Up, down, left, right.
Yeah, to unlock...
Circle, X square.
Yeah.
Yep.
To unlock hidden abilities in the game, or to...
Oh, got an instant nuclear missile.
Yeah. But in the original days, cheat codes weren't cheat codes. They were codes that you used to unlock in-game content. And then that's when they decided to, oh, what if we give you a special power? That could be an in-game content. And then that's when the whole cheats era came about. And it all escalated from there. And PC gamers were screaming, hang on, how come we ain't got any cheats for our games? We need to find out ways to cheat. And coders get hold of the code for a certain game, and they find loopholes and ways to reprogram the actual lines of programming to bring out a certain result in the game, whether it be infinite ammo or unlocking all characters or unlocking all skills that are available. And it
Weapons or shit.
I mean, I can sit here and I can't say definitely that I have used cheat trainers before on PC games where games have been too hard physically, but I want to enjoy the game or I enjoy the storyline that it plays out. But I got so fucking frustrated that I didn't want to quit, uninstall the game and not play it again. I went to a cheat trainer where I could actually get like unlimited resources or, you know, max health and shit like that. But
yeah,
I have got cheat trainers, but that's no more different than in a cheat book for your PlayStation 2 and then using the codes.
Yeah, I suppose.
That was me in Minecraft when I used to do Minecraft videos. Me and my friend, since we used to do like Hamachi servers, we used to like turn cheats on. When we weren't recording, we turned cheats on and got diamonds. Grabbed ourselves some diamonds, and then we started recording. So the guys, we found some diamonds. This is the best day of our lives.
Just cheat away. What the hell?
But no,
Hang on a
I
minute.
read Riddle's review about the cheating instruction. Basically, there was a alleged website. A journalist from PC Game interviewed them, and they said that they make roughly $1.25 million a year on customers from wanting to buy hacks. Basically, what they do is they charge a $10.95 a month per game. So if you wanted cheats for CSGO or League of Legends or Heroes and Generals and Titanfall and World of Tanks and a few other games, they've got it.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much. Which I think is ridiculous.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know. But cheating's kind of like an addiction anyway, because once you do your first cheat, you want more.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
what one of the guys were talking about when he was talking to the interviewer.
It's
He says he was good at stuff, but once he tried hacks, he found it more pleasant, more fun to play, so he just kept using cheats and hacks all the time instead of actually doing what he wanted to.
Yeah, but then it just takes the fun out of achieving something in a game, doesn't it? Really, and if it's, like with multiplayer games, you're cheating other people. What what do you get from that cheating wise?
Anyway, guys,
Really?
special guest today is Handsome Diddy.
Hello.
I forgot to. I got interrupted in
Wow,
the
now
intro,
we
didn't I?
introduced him. Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Well, it's an extra voice to the podcast that nobody else knew. It's like, who's this person? I don't know.
Hey, it's handsome dude.
Yeah. Handsome Diddy has joined us for the day.
Look at that boy. He's pretty.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
then-
I think we should make the channel private. I just noticed it's on public still.
What is?
Yeah, you might want to change your password on it, Riz.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, we don't want
Like
straddlers
all you see
jumping
is
in.
random people joining. It's like, hi. Like,
You know, and then on other news, we had like
Channel
recently
edited.
we had H1Z1 was released, and they kind of
I bloody love
when
it.
they released time. What? Sorry,
I bloody love it.
you love it. It's just like Rust, basically.
It's nowhere near like Rust. Come on.
No, it's
No,
like
it's way better.
Rust.
It's
it is
just
like Rust. They had zombies.
Black
in Rust.
Rust.
They got wolves in.
Yeah, I
Rust.
think
They
Rust
got
was
bears in
was the
Rust.
game that started pretty much
Yeah, the base.
all
the
the
base.
other games that have spawned, like H1Z1, DayZ. Obviously,
there-
DayZ was always a mod, wasn't it? And then, actually, I think the mod was before actual Rust.
Yeah, well, because it was on
Yeah, it was.
Arma 2.
Yeah, so the DayZ mod came first, and then everything else spawned from that, didn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, basically on the release of H1Z1, they basically estimated how many users actually wanted to come on the game. Originally, they said in the live stream that they were setting out a few servers for about 50 users. Now, on the week of the release, the game pretty much had problems where people were crashing, they couldn't log in, they couldn't do anything, and to basically... Because a lot of people were complaining that the game was like saying it was going to be like so awesome, and on release week it would show shit.
Yes, that's why I waited 7 days.
SOE offered a full refund to anybody who wanted a full refund. If the game was not to their standard, they could get
No
a refund
offense,
on.
but I think anybody that took the refund at such an early stage is an idiot, because
Yep.
this game is fantastic. If you look at the DayZ standalone and its age, and then you look at this and its age, and look at both their functions, H1Z1 has got exactly the same functionality, maybe a little bit more than DayZ, and it's still at a young stage in its development. And DayZ and H1Z1 should take a lot of things from each other and learn from it and make each other's games better, if you know what I mean, because there's a lot of points in H1Z1 that are really good, and there's a lot of
Yeah,
points
well,
in
if
DayZ.
them two games blended together, then that would just
Yeah,
be like
DayZ
one heck
just
of a game.
runs
wouldn't
like a piece of shit, no matter how
Yeah, I know.
powerful you build your computer. It's like even Frankie on PC, he's got one of the best computers going. He's got some
It's got
awesome
4 graphics
parts
cards
in
or
it,
something like that.
and it runs like a bag of shit. It gets into a town, and that's it. It drops to 20 frames, and everywhere else is like 120 frames. Like
Yeah, it
in
lags
the
a
woods where
lot.
there's nothing there, and then he'll go to somewhere where it's populated, and it just goes. Same as mine. Mine goes down to like 20 frames a second all the time when I go into a town. Whereas with this, it's a constant frame rate.
I'm about to say you can actually run this game in ultra settings and it does not lag
Yeah,
whatsoever.
it's awesome.
But then
Yeah, well-
again, it is running on the Planet Side 2 engine, and the Planet Side 2 engine is quite amazing.
It's a really efficient piece of software.
Well, it's like my base tower. It's not even a decent one, really, is it? It's just there.
Yours is a
And it-
low-end gaming PC.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I can run the game on high, and it's you know,
Smooth as a baby's
as-
buttocks.
Yeah, yeah.
See, that's what
Oh.
games should be like. You shouldn't need to really beef up your computer to try and get the best performance out of it. I mean, there's obviously the Planet Side 2 software has been out for a while now, and it's Sony's own piece of software, and it works really, really well. It is awesome. I think a lot of developers could learn from that, because obviously
Yeah.
the Unreal Engine and the new Unity engine, they're really good. They're to just jump on and throw a game together. But when you start from scratch and you're thinking, right, this is going to be our minimum specs, so let's try and program within those boundaries. and you do the best with what you can, and you come out with an awesome game like H1Z1 that runs really good. The draw distance, Jesus Christ, I've opened my render distance all the way up, and you can see for miles and miles, and it's always generating in without one bit of lag. It's freaking awesome. Whereas on DayZ, you've got to have it really close, otherwise you freaking.
Oh yeah, you got to have your trees, your foliage, and everything all on low.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, no wonder most streamer when they stream DayZ, it looks so foggy.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Like, what's up with the game, bruh?
Yeah,
Well-
they have to turn the graphics details that low that obviously it runs smooth and run. Obviously,
Yeah.
then they can't see very far.
The only thing that's wrong with it, right, is Riddle noticed it earlier, is when you look up at the moon, it looks like it's pasted over the stars. and
Yeah,
you can see
sometimes
the stars
you can see
through.
stars shining through the moon.
That's the only thing that I've noticed that's wrong with it.
There's a few little.
Well, any upcoming games you guys are excited for?
Oh yeah, daylight.
Dying Light.
Daylight.
Yeah, Dying Light. I don't know, guys. I don't know. By the time this is up, Dying Light might be out. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Depends on where you're watching from, because I know for a fact some countries are gonna get it a bit earlier. So yeah.
It won't be out here yet. 30th, isn't it, Ench?
Yeah,
Sorry?
I think I am gonna
Is it the
release this on
30th
the
for
day Dying
UK?
Light comes out.
30th for Dying Light.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
It was like 29th in some places and 27th in others.
Yeah, so
I just
this
wanna play
footage
it
will definitely
already.
be coming out before it's released in my country anyway. Well, our country.
Well,
Thing-
I don't know. If you play the game, then I don't know. You're cool.
I believe a game that I'm looking forward to doesn't come out till March because unfortunately a week or two ago they postponed the launch of GTA 5 to March the 27th.
Yes, they pushed it back again.
And basically, it's stability issues and polishing the game. That's what they say. But to compensate for that, Rockstar basically said if you pre-order GTA 5 for PC directly from them, you can buy any Rockstar. You'll get any Rockstar game for free, plus 1.3 million cash for in-game. Split between
Damn.
multiplayer and single player. But if you buy it from Steam, then you'll just get San Andreas automatically. And if you already own it, you'll just have to gift it to somebody else.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so I've got an extra copy of San Andreas to give somebody else because I already own it.
Okay, so anybody else think that there's any games this year that got way overhyped and just disappeared off the radar really quick?
This year, I don't know.
Apart
Not quite sure.
This year just started, so we can't really say shit like till like I don't know 3 months in.
within the
I
last 12
guess.
months period.
Murder Soul Suspect, that was, I don't know, I completed that in 2 days, so that was rubbish.
Yeah, it was a good
Not even
story
worth
though,
talking
but I
about.
don't think it went deep enough into it.
No, it could have been better.
All right, let me go on Twitter. There's always drama on Twitter, so let's see.
Shadow of Mordor, that died off pretty quick, and it
Yeah,
is
but
an
it's
awesome game.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's pretty much
Assassin's
like-
Creed
Yeah.
meets
Yeah,
Lord of the
Assassin's
Rings.
Creed. Oh my god, that was such a disappointment.
See, I won't play the Assassin's Creed until after the first 12 months have gone by since its release, because that's when you're guaranteed that most of the bugs will be out and it'll be the most playable. The only thing that I have, which is a really big bugbear with Unity, is the multiplayer system. It sucks balls. All Ubisoft multiplayer systems suck balls. You need
Yeah, true.
You need to be able to just drag your friends into a party and then go into a game. But with this, you've got to try and create clans, and you've got to have freaking sub-friends of your friends. And it's just stupid. You get
Well-
into a game joining random strangers in 5 seconds. But
Well,
when you're
there's
trying
a-
to join a game with your friends, it takes freaking half an hour to set up, 45 minutes.
The other release from Ubisoft though in last year was Watch Dogs.
Yeah, that disappeared pretty quick.
All the hype on that what was it?
I thought, I mean, it is an awesome
Single player is
storyline, but
good.
it's like the multiplayer aspect is like you could be doing something random, you'd be doing the story, and next
And then
minute
somebody
some
attacks you.
dickhead jumps your game,
Yeah.
and you have to find out where the fuck he is, and it could be any pedestrian or anybody, unless they're actually making it painfully obvious and they're actually just moving erratic, like
Yeah.
most of the noobs that play the game.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah.
And me.
Actually, I did
Run-
one
run
hack without
everywhere.
getting caught once.
Plus, another pretty huge disappointment was Driver Club.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I haven't even
Mhm.
tried that game.
Yeah,
No,
you got an
I've not.
exclusive for the PlayStation 4 if you're Plus, but I ain't downloaded the damn thing yet.
I didn't even played it or seen any of it. It's been pretty quiet.
Hmm.
Obviously, you can
Well-
find videos if you type it in, but you'd expect it with the amount of stuff that comes onto my my watch feeds, recommended feeds and stuff.
Oh.
There's a mixture of games and things, but that is not one of them that's popped up.
Have you guys heard about the new Fantastic Four movie that's supposed to come out?
Yes.
I haven't,
That's
no.
Not
this
yet.
year, isn't it?
God, my eyes.
Is it confirmed? Because I'm not really sure. I
I-
recently heard about it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's this year. Because
Yeah,
the
they
whole
said.
the cast is changed and all, isn't it?
Wow.
And I think like Johnny Storm is
He's gonna have to be somebody else, isn't he? Because obviously he's Captain America.
Yeah,
now.
because
He's
he's
a
in
black.
Avengers.
They're using a black guy for Johnny Storm.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they're using a black guy for Johnny Storm.
That's crazy. They can't change the race.
Yeah,
It's like changing Nick Fury from white to black.
Yeah.
Well-
Pretty much.
well, there's a thing that I follow on my Facebook. What's it called? Geek Tyrant, and
Tyrone?
they've got loads of stuff on there
Geek
about
tyrant.
movies and stuff. So go on there. I'll have a look now.
Well, that's all my coffee gone.
I'm scared to
Oh.
go on the internet. What if a video starts playing in the background?
Who was excited about the new Metal Gear Solid coming out?
I am.
No, well, the last one was a flop, wasn't it?
Well, the last one was like pretty much a prelude to this one.
It was just a mission. It was just that one mission.
Yeah,
It was just a
the Ground
prologue.
Zero was just the prologue to the actual game that's coming out.
Plus, apparently they will add the first-person mode to it as well.
Yeah,
That's messed up. I don't know. Metal Gear Solid and first person, I don't think they would really do well together.
well,
I don't
they
know.
do if they did it
GTA?
like an.
GTA went horrible with first person. That's
But
my
you see,
opinion.
you've got the option to go first person. So
yeah.
if you have an option for traditional camera modes or first person mode, or maybe
Yeah, that's true. If you can
you could
switch
have
in between,
an
it's pretty
alternating camera, so it'll be normal, and then when you're aiming down your gun, then it could zoom in to first person mode. Things like that. It
cool. Yeah.
does look pretty cool.
And there is a
It's-
few games.
It's
I know,
impossible to drive in first person for GTA for me.
Yeah, it's freaking
My friend was about
difficult.
to pick me up in GTA Online the other day. He ran over me. He's
Unfortunately,
like, "Where are you at?" I'm saying, "You fucking killed me."
Unfortunately, there's too many good games coming out this year, and we all know what they are. There's like Dying Light, and then there's Dead Island 2, and there's Just Cause 3, and I think soon, I think it's already out now, it's Saints Row Get Out of Hell, which
Yeah,
is
it
like a
is out.
standalone to Saints Row 4, which looks fucking amazing,
Yeah.
even though it's just basically a redubbed version of the same shit, but in a different layout and different storyline. But still, it looks good. And then we've got Mad Max, which is like from the films, which is supposed to be like a really good, awesome game. That's supposed to come out this year as well.
Yeah, the film looks awesome as well, though. Mad Max, the new one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
And then
Get
We've
on
got
and
the
have a look.
biggest
at the trailer.
hyped game so far that's made $64 million, which is Star Citizen.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a game that I like to go on now and again, just to fly around my spaceship and see what new things are brought to it. But it's still a long way away from being a public multiplayer game yet. I think
Well-
they said it would be about another 2 years before it was fully immersive, so that you could go in with your friends, and do whatever you want to do. Because obviously there's going to be different types of jobs and things you can do. You could either be
I'm about to say, because I looked on their road plan, they're hoping eventually to bring it so you can actually fly down to planets and walk around in planets and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Like Mass Effect. Mass Effect was kind of like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they want it to be
More or less.
non-transitioning, so that the whole universe is pretty much rendered in like playing
Seamless.
Daisy or H1Z1. Yeah, so that it's all rendered in as you go into it, rather than putting a wall there and then having a little animated cutscene while it loads in the next area.
Yeah.
They want it to be a seamless transitioning, so It does sound promising, but to do something like that, you need some awesome power and some awesome servers in the background running to communicate with everybody at the same time. It's a big project. I think it's going to be a lot more years in the making before it's complete. It might not
Well,
even be complete. It might be an ever evolving thing where they're constantly updating and changing things. You know, it's a pretty exciting thing actually. I'll have to put the link of that into the video. Roberts Industries is the website.
Robert Space
It's a
Industries. I think,
freaking
isn't it?
awesome game.
Yeah, Robert Space Industries.
Robert Space Industries.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
keep taking up my email inbox.
Yeah, they keep spamming me like once
Yeah.
a week.
Can't you unsubscribe?
Yeah, you can, but
Yeah.
we want to follow them though. That's the thing. I think another thing that's came out recently, I believe it came out a few days ago, where Microsoft unveiled their HoloLens, which is basically it's like a pair of goggles, which has like a built-in speaker
It's-
and a camera, and you can physically see holograms in your room,
Yeah, augmented
much like Star
reality.
Trek. Much like Star Trek with the holodeck, and you can basically play Minecraft, and you can build stuff and all kinds of wacky stuff, and it looks really intriguing. I reckon if they actually produce this to a point where it's actually affordable, you know, a couple £100, kind of like the dev kit for Oculus Rift, and then, you know, mass produce it,
Yeah.
loads of people actually buy it because you can use it for everything.
The only
Walking
problem
into his
with
kitchen, there's like calendar on his fridge, and there's Skype on background.
Yeah.
And
it'd take
Oh,
a lot
that's
of
cool.
setting up to, because obviously with augmented reality, you've actually got to walk around. You've actually got to put like a start image somewhere, and then what it does, it'll lock onto the start image, and then it'll scroll down or open up a digital window, like a Microsoft window. It'll just pop up on your fridge, and no matter where you are, you'll be able to see this window at the right angle as well, which is pretty cool. Augmented reality is definitely a good thing, I think, for especially if they come out with maybe software that you can have multiplayer games with your friends. So like if you've each got a headset, like actual in-life Counter-Strike or something like that, just using your hands as a gun, you know, stuff like that. It's pretty awesome.
I was about to say, because there was a guy who's actually puts like the news on his wall, and then he uses his finger to stretch out the screen to make it bigger.
Yeah.
It looks quite amazing. I said on Twitter straight away, I said straight off the bat, if you put a price up, I'll buy it straight away because it does look fucking amazing. It's like total next gen. It's like all them Star Trek episodes you watch, and then see them go to holodeck and go, oh, that's just stupid. And then as soon as you see this come out, you're like, yeah, I want this.
Yeah, I'm having one of those.
I mean, I'd love to just sit there and play Minecraft in my living room, watching pegs run across my table, and have, you know, got a castle next to my TV and everything else.
You could even have like a software like counting sheep to help you go to sleep.
Oh yeah, I
So
just fall
you
asleep
just
after
see
3 beers. I don't need a fucking screen.
Sheep flying over your bed. Who wants?
Watch it cost more than my rent.
Yeah. Speaking of tech, obviously, GeForce brought out their GTX 960, which is their lower priced card of the new top 3 tier cards. Obviously, there's the 970, the 980, and now they've released the 960, which is pretty much like the 760 that I've got.
the
But it has
660 that I've got.
it has a really more efficient power delivery system, and it takes less power to run the card also, which is freaking awesome. So I might be upgrading to some 960s.
First be a lot easier in the pocket than buying the
Yeah,
top end
the
ones, because-
960s are just as much as the 760s, but I could sell the 760s and buy 2 960s, which is weird.
Yeah, because obviously the 960s have got more cores than the 760s.
Yeah,
Same clock
that's
speed as
the
well.
only reason that they're a bit more expensive. The clock speed's the same, 1153. Yeah, it's just the amount of cores, which would be beneficial, because I think the 960 is enough. That is the perfect card for price as well as performance, because if you get 2 of them in SLI, it outperforms the 980 anyway.
Yeah.
So there's no point spending, double on one 980 when you can get two 960s and outperform the 980 anyway for half the price of it. It just boggles the mind. And I think running SLI is a lot easier on the system as well, especially the CPU, because the GPU takes up more of the workload if there's two GPUs.
I think also recently the new Resident Evil remastered version of the original Resident Evil from PlayStation 1 came out.
Yeah.
And it's like 15, 20 quid on Steam, and it looks quite good. Seeing it's a remastered version.
It's freaking
but
awesome.
Apparently they've changed some of the stuff in the game that weren't in the original game to make it slightly more different.
There's monsters in it that I didn't see in the first one. I've actually been watching a Red Wolves playthrough. Put the link down in the bottom of the channel so you could go watch it. And it looks beautiful. It's done really well, and they've stuck to the original mechanics as well, with the cameras in the corners and obviously having to use left and right to turn and move forward and backwards. There's no like over the shoulder camera stuff. It's really cool. It's how Resident Evil should have been done, I think. I think they changed it too much.
Yeah.
Changed into something else. Speaking of changing it into something else, did you know Devil May Cry was actually spawned from a Resident Evil project?
Oh, was it?
Yes, it was.
Really?
Dante was going to be a new Resident Evil character, and they decided to give him a sword and have all these abilities and moves, and this is no, he's way too different. We can't, make another game using him. It was for Resident Evil 3.
That was Nemesis, wasn't it?
Yeah, the third one was Nemesis, yeah.
Yeah, because it was number 2 and then Nemesis.
Oh,
But anyway, they decided to pull him, and this guy, I can't remember what his name was, but he was in charge of the project at the time. He actually set a couple of guys aside to work on Dante and bring out an original storyline for him. And he set, obviously, the rest of his team starting from scratch with the new Resident Evil 3. And the guys that worked on Devil May Cry did the best they could and made pretty much a pop icon.
But Devil May Cry
just blew up.
Yeah, but Devil May Cry was changed. Was it last year or the year before? They released a new one.
Technically, it wasn't changed. They just went back to when Dante was young. So there was only him as a young kid. Because there's a scene right at the beginning of the game where he's crashing through all his caravan and everything, and shit's blowing up, and a wig lands on his head, and he sees himself in a mirror, and he says, "Not in a million years," and then throws the wig off. But it basically shows you him in the future. It's like poking fun at it. It's a really cool game. I've only ever played the demo for it, but I want to get the full game.
Yeah, I played it on Xbox, the demo for that.
Oh, what? You mean the DMC version? Or which one?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've
I've
got
played
the
it on
DMC version on PlayStation 3.
Yeah, me too. Good old PlayStation Plus. God bless you.
I think we've also had another surprise this week where basically Microsoft has also announced Windows 10, which basically they're going to give a free upgrade for everybody on Windows 7 and 8, and I think XP as well. So that way they can get everybody.
Thank God, because I'm still
onto
stuck on Windows 7 from my computer.
Yeah.
So they can all get onto Windows 10 for free, but as long as you upgrade with the first year that they release it. Because if you don't, then you have to buy a £200 product to upgrade.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it's really cool as well. I've actually been watching some videos of it and some interfacing with it, and it's pretty much going to be what. It's like a mixture of having Steam there, having all your Xbox video there and everything all in one place, and being able to stream games back and forth from your Xbox. And
that's going to be
it's going to be a
'cause
massive
it's like playing
upgrade
your
for me.
Xbox games on your PC.
yeah,
3 Windows later.
it's going to be really, really freaking awesome. Because obviously there's a lot of Xbox games you can't buy for the PC.
Yeah, I'm going to be clueless because I barely knew how to use Windows 8.
But
And since you can use the Xbox controller with the PC, it would make it a lot easier to play on your PC.
Yeah, but do you guys think that console gaming is actually dying out?
Not
No,
really.
definitely
No.
not.
There's tons of games coming out that are
No.
only for consoles and not for PC.
Exactly. Uncharted, for
That's what
example.
they say.
Yeah,
but
Uncharted 4 is gonna be
after-
amazing.
After a couple of years, they end up on the PC anyway.
No, they won't.
Not Uncharted.
Not
Well-
yeah, probably not.
Well, Riddles, the Gadget Show last year, they said that PC gaming was dying out. That's why all everything's going laptop or
Yeah, PC
or-
gaming will never die out.
well, you know, how you get them monitors with the built-in PCs and that,
Yeah, the
All-in-ones.
iMacs and stuff.
and that's what he was saying on there, that PC gaming's dying down, so nobody's gonna want a stack. You know what I mean? Nobody
I'll
wants-
always want to start because if anything goes wrong, I can just dive in and sort it out myself.
Yeah,
I
all you
don't
see
want
is
an
Mac becomes the
all-in-one
game
that I have to
master.
send to somebody else to fix and then send me it back because it could either get damaged even worse in transit, either there or back, or they could not even find the right problem and do something stupid to it, and could lose data, things
You,
like that.
you can customize your stack though, can't you? Like with a laptop, what can you buy is just a skin to put over the lid.
Well, in most
Yeah.
in most Macs and stuff these days, you can change the RAM, and the hard drive and the disk drive, but you haven't got access to the core components. But PCs are a lot better because you can constantly upgrade them. You're not stuck with one system. If you've got more money to put more parts into it, then that's fine. If you've got more money and you've got a laptop, you just think, right, shall I get another laptop?
Yeah, I mean the thing is that with
Upgradability is
PCs
better.
and consoles, PCs cost more if you want to get like a PC where you can run almost every single game.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's why like the PC users have decreased over the past few years.
I think
So,
it
like,
quite
yeah.
works that way because when I bought my PC, I didn't buy it for every single game possible. I just bought it to model around the games I was playing at the time because I was looking for a birthday present for myself, and I basically went on a load of websites that told me what frames per second the game gave me with ultra settings. I looked at Battlefield 4, I looked at PlanetSide 2, I looked at a few, and then that's how I selected my setup. Now, this setup would last me for at least several years before I chose to get an upgrade, which is similar to a laptop. You can get laptops with a certain spec, but if you're looking for like a gaming laptop, then you go for a decent one. Like MSI brought one out with some Titan graphics cards in, which is like expensive as fuck.
GT80.
Yeah.
But then, like Sal was saying, you know, to get a newer game, you have to upgrade your computer, don't you? Basically.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what they say. But if you look at the recommended specs on like H1Z1, I shouldn't be able to run that.
Yeah, but the
Dying-
recommended stats for
by-
H1Z1 is not right. It should be set as same as PlanetSide 2's.
Yeah.
Bare minimum you need
What
is
they've
a
done is
660
they've
GTX.
overshot it so that people will look at it and think, all right, maybe I need to upgrade a bit, maybe not. I'll give it a try anyway, and then they'll try the game, and then it'll run as smooth as it does, and they're like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Don't need to do anything, but
That's why as soon as they announced that it was on the PlanetSide 2 engine, I was like,
Yeah.
I don't need to do anything with my computer because I already know I can run it in ultra settings. And with that, you've got like thousands of players on the server, not 250 or 500.
and apparently I shouldn't be able to run Dying Light, but I bet you 20 quid I can.
Yeah, that's why I didn't pre-order it because I thought to myself, well, I can't fucking run this. There's no point.
Because it'll give you a certain spec on the processors and things like that. It'll say this is the minimum and this is
Yeah.
the recommended. On the minimum specs, I don't meet it because it says a minimum of an 8350 CPU. But mine's a 6350, but it's overclocked way past beyond what it says it needs. So if I can't run the game, I'll bow my head. But if I can, I will stick a great big finger up and I'll tell you, your spec recommendations, you're freaking wrong. It's just your PC's capabilities, because everybody's is different. Obviously,
Yeah,
mine,
but it's that like that Nvidia, what is it?